episode of Cosmic Conversations. I'm your hostess, Marla Martenson. I am back with the beautiful, amazing angel communicator, Veronica Drake. Hey,
Hey,
Veronica.
Marla. Hey, everybody.
I'm
How
so
are you?
excited. So, you guys, we are going to talk about soulmates. As you know, I'm a matchmaker, and Veronica, who is a psychic, angel communicator, intuitive, and more, gets a lot of questions when people come to her for a reading or for a coaching session. They want to talk about, where's my soulmate? And Veronica, wouldn't you agree, being a psychic, that the main questions are always about love and career and money, right? So love is probably the top thing.
Love is first. Love is
Love
first.
is
Absolutely. Where's my soulmate? When's my soulmate coming in? It's constantly. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is great because we were chatting and we're both married. So we have found our soulmates, but I'll bet Veronica could tell you too, as I've been married to my honey for together 16 years. Soulmates are not always on you're not always floating along on a dream boat, and it's not always perfect, and you don't always like everything the same, do everything the same. There's going to be some conflict, some growth, some growing pains there, right? It's because I think people think if I find my soulmate, it's going to be perfect.
Absolutely. Really, I want everybody to understand that the reason we're here is to fulfill our soul. That's the whole reason we're here. And as we come into this world, think about us coming in with a contract in our hand, and we rip up this contract and we throw these pieces all over, and wherever they land, whoever grabs a piece of that contract becomes a part of our life.
Wow.
And so we're totally walking around on Earth going, wait, I'm going to retrieve this piece of contract because, essentially, Marla, you and I are having some sort of soul contract here because we've met and we're doing this. The soulmate is somebody that decides, agrees to come in and really grow your soul. So anything that grows, we all know there's growing pains. Yeah. We know that it's going to be tumultuous at times. It's going to be, kind of like this. It's going to be an uphill battle. And for my own relationship, I say, my God, I couldn't have picked a better soulmate because I have grown and changed. And it's contentious at times, but I'm growing as a person. And we've been together 16 years too. And that's what a soulmate does. Yeah. It's not, here, honey, just it's roses and flowers. It's not that.
It's not. And I have a Latin husband. He's spicy and he likes to be in charge and he likes to know, I know what's best. And that's just his personality. He's very kind of alpha, kind of anal. He's a Virgo and he's, has a little OCD, I think. And then I'm a Gemini in the air, I'll do that later. So I think with him, when I think about it, all the frustration and arguments we have, but there's also so much love. I've learned organization. I've learned, things that help me with my business. I've learned a lot of things from him. And money-wise, I was always good about paying my bills, having a good credit score, never in debt, but I wasn't saving. He's a good saver. Now I've got my savings all bolstered up, and he keeps me on track with that. And so there's so many good things that it's true. It's a lot of learning. But then you've got to have that romance and attraction too. So it's, yeah. Because I was going to say, don't we put a little too much on that? Because as a matchmaker, people think because have that intense chemistry that must be their soulmate.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's a great point because chemistry, that can change. That can go away. That definitely
and it always dwindles a little. It's never going to be like that for 6 months.
So when that heightened level of that euphoric feeling goes away and you're left with the reality of my husband's Lebanese and controlling and type A and all of this. So when you're left with, I want my way and he wants his way, and we've been together for so long, it's kind of like, now what am I getting out of this relationship? You have to back up and ask yourself. So I've gotten patience, I've gotten tolerance. And one of the things I give my women all the time, I give them this, ask yourself, how will he help me be a better person?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is good.
Because if somebody's going to be part of your life, you should be, number one, able to receive the lesson. And number two, you should pick somebody that's a gentle, respectful teacher for that. So how is he going to help me be a better person?
Right.
And then if you can't answer that, knowing his qualities, his traits, and who he is, and accepting him for who he is, maybe that's not meant to be in your life.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, and we're not saying that a soulmate always has to be tumultuous or anything like that, but definitely it's not that Cinderella fairy tale that we've been taught as kids.
No. And it's a great thing to look for your soulmate, but the other thing too I want people to understand, you don't have to marry your soulmate, you don't have to fall in love with your soulmate. Soulmates can be in all ways, shapes, and forms, and teach us all kind of lessons. Some people will say to me, they'll say a twin flame. So when we get into the twin flame, that's literally the other half of your soul, so that's a whole different ball game there.
Yeah, can you explain a little more about that twin flame?
So the twin flame is really one soul that splits in two. And so as the body passes on and the soul goes, it splits in two, and the soul is always looking for its other half.
No, do we all split in two? All of our souls split in two? So we all have a twin flame out there?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But we don't always find it, and do we?
Right.
I mean, how do we know? How do we figure it out that we met them?
Well, you know what? For me, I really feel like I was married twice. So the first person I met was my soulmate, and he taught me this person is my soulmate. I understand that. But I also feel like this person is my twin flame. Because here's what I know firsthand and what I've experienced with women. We feel exactly the same things. If I can be on vacation away from him, and if he's feeling despondent or whatever, we're very connected. Okay. If he's not feeling well physically, I can feel that very much. I can feel that. Okay. Now, I think we all have the ability to notice a twin flame. Maybe a lot of people watching this never even heard of a twin flame.
Right. Yeah.
And now that I've brought this up, I want you to notice the compatibility connection between you and this person that you're with. Get used to the twin flame idea over the soulmate idea, because the twin flame is really the deep, deep love partner connection.
Right.
So that's kind of what you want to focus on in terms of attracting into your life, your twin flame.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you're going to compatibility is going to be high. The twin flame may not challenge you as much as the soulmate. After a while, because it'll start to level off a little bit. But I think the twin flame is more common than most people realize, and more people than not are with their twin flame and just don't label it.
Yeah, and this is interesting to think. Well, then if your soul split and went into that body too, so you're really with yourself.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? So really, it is. There's a whole connection there that's deeper than even the mind can wrap itself around.
It is hard to wrap our minds around a lot of these concepts.
Yes, the brain we only know so much about the brain, and there's so much more that we don't understand. I'm schooled in the metaphysical side of things, so I'm schooled in ontology, which is the study of being. Psychology is the study of thought. So everything I focus on in my practice and teach is the study of being, why we're here. And ultimately, as I said, why we're here is to gather the pieces of us, to gather the pieces of our soul, because we're like a holograph, and we've all got to gather these pieces up. And when we don't do it in this lifetime, guess what? We come back again, and we do it in another lifetime. But it's still one soul contract. It's big. It's really big.
It's big. So basically, to kind of put the pieces together here at the end, when we're looking for a life partner, which we like to call soulmate, don't look for that perfection, that everything's going to be absolutely perfect. Look more for what you can learn and grow and respect and love, and somebody great to grow old with, I think, because hopefully if you're going just for that chemistry in the beginning, I think that's where the divorce comes in. We have a high divorce rate, high breakup rate, because that we can know who can sustain that initial high of butterflies, of excitement. It just doesn't happen, and then comes kind of crashing down. Yeah.
And a lot of women that I connect with, they look for a partner from their egos.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They look and they say, well, here's what I'm supposed to want. Here's what it should look like. Here's what it should profile like. And they really don't involve their souls all that much. Mm-hmm. Because, there's a component, a fraction of us that know about the soul's involvement. But then the majority, do they really know the soul's involvement? So it's education. We're needing to educate people.
Exactly. Thanks, Veronica, for chatting soulmates and twin flames. And let us know if you've met your twin flame or if you're with your soulmate in the comments below. And Veronica's links are below. And contact us with any questions you might have, because we're doing more videos to answer questions. So if you have questions about soulmates, leave it below. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Take care.